Hi everyone, it's Abbey here again from TV4Education with another YouTube Live showing you some of the resources that we have on TV4Education on a particular subject. Today's subject is economics for secondary school students, so if you think that this subject is relevant to you, make sure to stick around. If you have any suggestions on what you want the next subject in the next live to be, you can leave it in the chat to my right, or if you're watching this later on, you can leave it in the comments below. Before I get started, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you can be notified whenever it is that we go live or whenever we upload any content related to TV4Ed. And also make sure to check out the description for all of the information that you need on TV4Ed to keep up to date with everything that is going on with us. So I'll take you to my screen now and I'll show you some of the content that we have available. So as always, we start out in the TV4Ed home screen. So if you're just wanting to do a general search, as always, you can go to subjects here and you can search for whatever it is that you want, whatever subject it is that you're after. So you can click house here, you can go to business and you can go to economics, and then that will do a search on economics for you. Or you can just type economics or economy or business or whatever it is that you want in the smart search bar here. So you can see that we've done that, and everything that has been tagged with business or has it in the description or in the title will come up here. So you can see everything at the top is the most recent added content, and as you scroll down it becomes less and less recent. So you can see here we have episodes of The Business, which airs Monday to Thursday on ABC. This is quite popular with a lot of our teachers, so we get every episode of it. If you're wanting the most up-to-date content on business and economic that's going on in Australia, we also have Close of Business, which airs on Fridays, which is quite popular as well, which is sort of the weekly wrap-up. And you can see we have you can see documentaries here, so like Burger Wars, which is the sort of business battles between McDonald's and the other fast food burger places, and other content on specific industries. So you can see here we have a behind the news special on money, so this is quite popular with a lot of lower secondary teachers. So for teachers, say teaching year 7 to year 9, if they're teaching their students the basics of economics, the behind the scenes specials on economics are usually quite popular with teachers. So if you want to search a bit more specifically, if you search budget, you'll be able to see all the content that we have on the budget. So you can see another BTN episode here on the federal budget. You can see all of the ABC. You can see all the ABC coverage on the this year's budget. So you can see the Treasurer's speech, the opposition reply here, the general special about the budget, and the reaction and analysis episode on the budget, etc. And you can do that for most. If you go scroll down far enough, you'll be able to see from past years as well. So if you're just wanting to see content with, say, budget in the title, you don't go with smart search because that will search for the description and the tags as well. You can go to title here, and now that's only going to search everything with budget in the title. So you can see the 2019 budget here. You can see a Q&A special on the budget. You can see an SBS episode here on different years in the budget. So you can see here, you can see the 2018 budget, etc., etc. So you can go as far back as you want, and you can see all of the content that we have. So you can do the same thing for YouTube. So I'll click YouTube here. You can go back to the home page and search YouTube that way. But if you're already in a search, you've got the different tabs here. So you can just click YouTube and it will automatically search whatever you've got typed into the search bar. So we want to be a bit more specific for YouTube. So I'll type in Australian budget. And you can see all of the most relevant content. So you can see all of the news coverage on the 2021 budget. And a bunch of different reactions and analysis from different news sources. You can change it to say, let's say Australian economics, and you'll be able to see different content on that as well. So you can once again see the ABC coverage, you could see the 9 News coverage, so you can see the different media coverage of the budget or of just Australian economics in general or business or whatever it is that you're specifically teaching your students that day. So then I will go to lessons here. So once again, I don't need to go back to the home page. I can just click lessons and it will automatically search for whatever it is that I've already got in the search bar. So you can see 3 resource lists that we have here. So you can see this one here on economics with the curriculum code guide. So I can add that to my library and I'll be able to see the content later on. So you can see that this is for year 9 students, and you can see the subjects covered and just a brief description of the lesson and the curriculum code. So you can see there's another one here on wages, salary, superannuation and pension. So this is one on income. So if that's something that your students are currently studying, this might be a good resource list for you to use or maybe to just send to them. So you can see there's one here on the Australian economy. This is another resource list specifically about Australia. So you can see another one here. This is a TED Ed lesson. So this one will be like a video lesson, but it will be one TED Ed lesson and numerous questions as well. So it won't just be video resources. You can see here, this is another this is an Atom study guide on Addicted to Money. So this will contain the program as well as the Atom study guide. So if you're a teacher that likes to teach with study guides, this would be good for you. So you can see we also have some video lessons here. These ones are green, so these are video lessons, whereas the blue ones here are the resource lists. So you can see there's one here on the Great Depression. So maybe if you are teaching your students about history of economics, this would be good. So you can see that this is a crash course history video, which is a quite popular resource with our students. You can see that there's one here on the Industrial Revolution, which might be good if you're teaching your students the history of economics as well. So these video lessons will be, they'll have a few videos in them, TV4Ed or YouTube Baby, as well as multiple questions to go along with the videos. So they won't just be video resources or PDF files, which is what the resource lists will have. So you can see another one here on fashion design, if you're teaching your students about that particular industry in regards to economics. You can see some more TED Ed lessons down here. So you can see this one here. So if you like to use TED Ed lessons, these might be good to share to your students or to use in class. You can see this one here, which is specifically about businesses, rival businesses. So there's a lot of different Smart Suite content for your students studying economics. You can see another one here. It's just labeled finance. And you can see one here, which is specifically about viticulture. So if your students are studying that specific area, that specific industry, they can use that. You can see this one here as well, which is living on $1 a day. So sort of talking more about poverty in the realm of economics. So you can do all different searches to see what comes up for you. So you see I've done a search for business here. If your students, when they're studying economics, are talking about specific businesses. So you can see another resource list here on investment. So there is a broad range of topics within, specifically within economics and business. So you can search for whatever keyword that it is you want and see if we have something that's relevant to you. You can see there's one on business management here. There's a couple more on entrepreneurship and business, etc. so you can see whatever it is that you want. If you've searched for something specific and you can't necessarily find it, you can always create the lesson yourself. Maybe you found some great resources in TV4Ed or in YouTube, or maybe just on the internet in general, and you want to put them together in a resource list. You can do that yourself. You can go to the top left here, go to Smart Classrooms and go to Create Lesson, and you can create your own resource list or video lesson if that's what you would like. You can also edit our existing ones if you go to My Items. And you can see all of the content that I've just recently added on this topic. So let's say you were wanting to go to the Australian economy resource list and you wanted to add some content that you found to this. You can just click add resource, or you can add some questions if you want. You can change the order with these up and down arrows. You can delete content if you don't think it's relevant to you. You can edit the title or put a hint in here for your students, maybe just telling them when you want them to watch it by. And you can also clip the videos as well. So if you want your students to only watch the first 20 minutes, you can clip it so that only the first 20 minutes will be shown to them. So you can also request with us if you would like. So you can go to your mailbox, go to TV4Ed requests and create a topic request. And you can request that we send you some TV4Ed or YouTube videos, or you can request us to make a smart lesson for you, like a resource list, a video lesson, or a study guide if you would like. So those are the various different ways that you can find the content that you need on economics on TV4Ed. You can search through TV4Ed, YouTube, as well as our lessons to find our study guides, resource lists and video lessons, or you can make those yourself or edit the existing ones, or you can request that we make something for you. And all of the smart lessons are made by the TV4Ed team, either based on requests from teachers around the country or based off of the existing Australian curriculum. So that's all of the content I have to show you for today. So make sure that you click the subscribe button and ring the bell so you can be notified when we go live. If you did miss out on this live, don't stress. It will be uploaded to our YouTube channel like all of our other lives are. And make sure to check out the description below so you can see all of the information you need to keep up to date with TV4Ed. So I will see you next week for another YouTube live on a particular subject, and I hope everyone has a good day. Bye everyone.